What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another course vlog. This is the Falls. It's my one of my home spots here while I'm camping out on the West Coast. It is 6,800 yards from the back. First hole is a 220-yard par 3 front pin today. We have a hybrid I am testing for my Rebuild the Bag series, and so we're just going to try and cut a nice one in there. Just didn't connect on this one as good as I would like. There is no range here to warm up, so it's basically straight out the car right to the first tee. Not ideal when having to face this kind of a hole to start your round. However, our 18 up and down chipping is as money as it could be, and that is pretty solid. Nothing feels better than that. Also, pulling the pin is allowed now. Very exciting. But the rain came. This will be a common theme throughout this round. The weather that you will see throughout this entire experience is quite hysterical. So once the rain died down, second hole, we have a drivable par 4. It's going to hit a nice cut out there. Basically, there's bunkers on the left. You carry those bunkers. It hits this hill, and if you're lucky, you get a good bounce right onto the green. As you can see here, this is kind of the view back from the tee. It hit that hill perfectly and landed us right in the middle of the green. Now, the greens just took a ton of water from all that rain. So there's a massive hill kind of 20 feet in front of the pin here, and I thought this hill was going to be a lot quicker than it was. It didn't. So as a result, we left ourselves way too much work to kind of complete our birdie putt. We just miss it on the low side and tap in for par, which is fine. We could have been 1 under, but it's okay. We keep it moving. I guess that's, that's just how it is today. Next hole here is a dog leg left. Now, you could be really sensible and hit a nice little layup straight, but instead, we're going to be absolute demon and just pull driver and hit it right over these trees. Our nice little stock high cut. Boom! That is exactly the line you want to take, just right of that tree. And that gives us the perfect look in here. At 106 to this pin and just took a nice little 50-degree wedge. Look at that divot. Oh, so tasteful. This actually went a little deep, landed about 20 feet long of the pin. Also, guys, just want to let you know, all divots you see, I replaced them. Ooh, look at how nice that divot blends right in. You can't even tell. Next up here, we have about a 20-footer from the back. Just a slight downhill slope, pretty straight, and boom, it's birdie season, baby. Oh, that was good. Good to kind of sink one, especially after, not really judging the speed well in the previous hole. Next hole here is a par 3 down the hill. It basically is like, 220 yards from the back, but plays like 175 with the slope just because it's ridiculously sloped. And I just punched a little 7-iron in there. But as you can see, my 7-iron landed there and then spun back all the way to here. Yeah, so if you haven't seen my Rebuild the Bag series, then stay tuned because that is why we need to take a look at our irons. You should not be getting that much spin with a 7-iron. Anyway, we're just going to lag this one up there, leaves ourselves a nice little 3-footer, and boom, we are 1 under through 4 holes. Okay, hole number 5 here, 450 from the back. This hole is freaky. You basically have a little chute you have to hit it through. My least favorite tee shot to hit all day here. And luckily, the driver was feeling good, hit that nice little high cut. You got to get really close to that tree line. As you guys can see, there's not a lot of room to work with. And that rough on the left, like the ball holds up there, you usually get a brutal lie. I had 150 in, just wanted to hit a nice little controlled cut 8-iron to this back pin. Flared it a little more than I wanted to, but we caught just the edge of the green. Had about a 24-footer here. Lagged it up there, just not enough speed. It was a bit uphill and just misjudged it. Could have given it a little more love, but it's all right. Another tap in, and we are still 1 under through 5. Next hole, number 6, 317, drivable par 4. Everything is downhill. We pull the new Ping G425 with a Ventus 6X and hit our nice stock cut, nice and high. It lands right here. As you can see, this is the view back up to the tee. Just a little more left than I'd like. A lot of times you can get a decent bounce and end up right on the fringe, but again, with the wetness, probably not getting any bounce today. Took my 60-degree and honestly, just needed this to land like 2 more yards, maybe, and that would have hit the hill I wanted to and rolled right to the pin and just left myself in a bad spot here. Again, with the greens being so much slower, I played this a lot higher than I needed to. Under normal circumstances, the greens roll a lot quicker here and the slopes are pretty aggressive. And so, you know, normally I have to aim that high for it to die into the hole, but with the wetness I didn't. And as you can see, little test putt, yeah, should aim lower, went right in. Anyway, we are 1 under through 6. Now, 7th hole, par 5. This is handicap 1, 572 yards from the back. We just hit our nice cut down the middle, and whew, this one was as straight as you can ask for. Thank you very much. Ping G425. I love you. I love you. I love you. Took a little 4-iron here to lay up. Honestly, you can hit a 3-wood, but there's just not a lot of great landing areas when you try and go for it. Although I didn't leave myself a great landing area here. I had 60 yards to the pin and just flew it literally to the pin, and that was stupid because there is a slope right there that funnels everything to the middle of the green, which left us with this putt, which, you know, trying to be Tony Hawk and ride the half pipe there didn't exactly work out. Should have played it higher. So that left us a dicey little, you know, 7-footer for par, but we drain it. Moving on. We are 1 under through 7. Okay, 8th hole. We are 345 from the back. Again, super tight. Basically just aiming at that tree on the left and hitting my nice stock cut, and shaboom, exactly what you want. Oh, guys, cannot explain how fun it is to just hit one shot shape out there and count on it. Now, what's not fun is what I'm about to do, which is chunk the absolute chunk of just garbage wedge that I just hit. Like, what a piece of just flaming pile of garbage. Yeah, terrible. On the front of the green here, have like a 90-foot putt that breaks like 7 ways because this green is so undulated to a back pin. Like, just great work, Gabe. Love to see it. Now, have this little slidey one to save par, and you know what? Actually gave it a good run. Literally missed it by an inch. Just missed such a speed. Tap in. That's a bogey. That was stupid. Highly unnecessary. Great work. Good job, Gabe. You're great. Okay, next hole here. This is my least favorite hole on the course. This tee shot is absolutely terrible to deal with, but I love how this turned out. This was just a perfect drive right down the middle. I didn't put a shot tracer on this one because I wanted you guys to see just the ball flight from this angle. I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, as you can see here, the reason why this tee shot sucks is because if you land anywhere on this left side, everything kicks into the garbage there. So I landed, you know, in the middle of the fairway and it rolled to there. Everything else just completely ends up in those trees. I had 116 to this pin and hit my 50 degree and just caught it a little too clean with a, you know, a bit of a draw. Unfortunately, just flew it, which makes me so like angry at myself when I you know, screw up on front pins like this. That was a good chip, which would have gone all the way to the hole if, you know, had it not rained, which now left us with a nice downhiller, which was, you know, a little dicey, but luckily made that. We are even through 9. So then the rain reappeared, but to show you how temperamental things are. So the rain is now coming down pretty aggressively. We're going to hit this tee shot, and you watch, by the time I get to the green, it's going to be sunny and beautiful. But what isn't beautiful is this 8-iron that I hit and didn't rotate through and left it out to the right. Sick job, Gabe. You're awesome. What is good is this sunshine, and I can sort of chip out of that rough. I was kind of buried, but was pretty pumped with that. Left ourselves, you know, about a 5-footer and just right in the middle. Felt really confident with those short putts. It was actually really nice to be able to hit those kind of shots. Next up, we have the hole number 11. It is a 567-yard par 5 down the hill. You can really get a lot of extra distance on your drive here just because it's such an elevated tee shot. So if you really crush one, depending on which way the wind's going, you can really send it down there. We're playing the wind in today, so unfortunately it was a little further back and it was a back pin. This is a 5-iron here from 205 into the wind, and I hit this probably as right in the middle as I could, which flew out of this rough and went beyond the green. So that's annoying, which left me with this shaky lie. But thank you, 18 up and down drill. We make these chips. Oh, love it. This is why you do the 18 up and down drill, folks. Check out the link below. And exactly, because you get up and down from weird spots like that, you still save birdie, even though you probably should have hit the green, but whatever. This next hole here, guys, this is the shot of the day. 160 yards to a back pin with the slopes that are just terrible to deal with. This green, the pin is on a hill, it's impossible to get it close. And you'll see by my facial expression here, I was absolutely shocked at how well this panned out. That was a cut 7-iron, and look at how tight we got it. One of the advantages, I guess, to spinning the crap out of my irons right now is that I can use it to my advantage on certain tight holes like this where I need to kind of get it and can utilize some of the slopes. So yeah, that is a birdie on a hole we did not expect to get a birdie on. 2 under, next hole. And now, hole number 13, 380, just pulling driver here because I hate laying up. You're gonna see I have some footage coming up of kind of the landing area, and just this whole area here, you know, if you lay up with a 2-iron, a 4-iron, or even a hybrid, right, you end up back here and the green is so below you. It's a blind tee shot to a green that's just so sunken down there, and see the green's all the way back there, right? So it's a brutal shot. But what's more brutal is your boy is about to chunk another wedge. Watch this, guys. This is great. Thinking I'm gonna be a hero, get this on, have another look, and we go right behind it. We chunk the absolute, just wow, that was so bad. Oh, I love it. It's just so good, you know? Great work, Gabe. You're awesome at golf. Yeah, just awesome. Anyway, probably should cut this a little quicker. This is a pretty poor cut. All right, left us with this chip, and actually this was what should have happened the first time. Utilizing the slope, bring it in. Wish it gone a little deeper. Probably would have had it not rained, but you know, whatever it is. Had this to save par, and that was a really good putt. Again, just on the low side. Oh, these greens are so tricky, but I love it because it really makes me a better putter having to play this place. Next hole is a short 4, 154 yards, but it basically plays 120. You just take a pitching wedge and swing, and you just pray it kind of lands somewhat on this green. It's really hard to control the shot. There's a ton of swirling winds because of where it is on the hill, and as much as I try and aim, there's not much I can do. It landed right on top. Like, it landed and sunk right into the green. So just fixing my ball mark here, and in about 2 seconds, somebody decides it's a great idea to hit right over me. Yep. Great work. Don't you love it when groups hit into you? Look at this. Yeah, well, at least they said sorry. That was nice of them. Anyway, using the ball mark from where it landed and didn't move to replace the ball, which now making this putt, it's definitely not fun to have somebody hit a ball into you and then have to make a putt, but we did all right. Left the flag in for this one just to see, and yeah, very weird looking at the flag. I'm so glad I don't have to keep the flags in anymore. I vastly prefer it. But what I don't prefer is the rain, and the rain from the time I got to that hole to this tee box just absolutely started coming down. So we ran out there, ripped our cut, grabbed everything, and ran back to the cart. And from hitting that tee shot to getting back to the cart, the rain got significantly worse. So we camped out here for about 3 minutes, and then the sky cleared and it was beautiful again. We had 106 to a front pin. This is a 50-degree. Hit this well, just didn't carry as much as I would have liked, and landed about 20 feet short. Had this for birdie, and this was a great roll, just didn't turn enough. You know, that putt went exactly where I wanted to. I just thought it was going to turn a little more. Great speed, everything I want. Can't really complain. Next, we have a 602-yard par 5 into the wind. So tried to hit a little low bullet here, just to try and keep it under the wind. It's really tough to play this hole, especially when it's wet, because you're going to get very little roll. So not much you can do. Decided to lay up with a 4-iron because I just wasn't even close to getting my 3-wood there, especially into the wind with all this rain. And I'm sorry, guys, I missed my 3rd shot into the green. I guess the rain was coming down. I didn't hit the camera properly, but we had 103 yards to the pin, hit a 50-degree, just long. I had about 24 feet to the hole, and ran out there, left the phone in the cart recording, was able to pull the pin. This was a pretty good looking putt. It was downhill, left to right. And I don't know, it's just one of those putts where I could see it the whole way and just put a really confident stroke on it, and right in the middle, boom, what a birdie. This is handicap 2 on this course, so always excited when I can birdie this hole because of how tough it is. Now the rain's really coming down a little more, and we have another par 5 back-to-back. Just had our little stock cut out there, just a little fairway finder, nothing too crazy. Again, you know, the wind's swirling, so this is a bit tough. We did feel confident I could throw a 3-wood at this. This hole always plays a little longer. I had 250 to the pin, and just really hit a nice 3-wood. Unfortunately, it just did not cut and landed just beyond this bunker to the left, which again, you know, with how my short game's been going, I thought, okay, you know what, this leaves us with a good up and down. I should give myself a look, and I just blow this chip. I just kind of got right under it. It was sitting up on some really like dry grass, and just right under it popped up, which left me with this now to kind of chip it to, you know, 3.5 feet to save par. And, you know, was really pumped with my putting today. Like just really confident on those short putts. Didn't really feel nervy, which is good. 18 here, just a slinger. Just a slinger. Nothing much you really want to do here. There's a creek that runs there, and I just basically aim left and cut it hard, and it's a little shorter on that line. So if I overcut it, I end up, you know, on the right side of the creek, and if I cut it where I want, I end up exactly where I am. But just left my wedge short again. Had 115 to that pin, and just didn't give myself enough of a look. Chipped it short. So had about 3.5 feet for par, was lining up my putt, and then got really distracted by something I'm going to show you in a second. Actually had to back off because I was a bit taken aback by what was going down. But just gave myself a second to reset, stood over the putt, and I'm glad I did because I almost missed it on the low side. Anyway, we tap in, and we are 2 under for the day. Solid round, but what I want to show you is my new friend that decided to run in while I was putting. A deer came through. But anyway, great round, guys. Not my best, but the fact that I can pull off 2 under in a round like that is exactly the kind of moves we want to make here. I'm very excited with how the game is trending. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.